Why, hello there, everyone. Moderate technical difficulty there. Just love it when you've set stuff up and then it randomly turns itself off. Happy Friday, everyone. Let's put this on. Oh, that's the music right there. Hope you're all doing rather well on this fine day. Hope you're in the US of A, where you're going to be early-ish morning to mid-morning. Or you're in Europe, where it's going to be afternoonish. Boomer moment? Absolutely not. Right, where's my other buttons? There it is. How are you all doing today? Welcome, welcome. Friday, and soon the weekend. Very soon, in fact. And it's time for a little bit of Mage gameplay. So who we got here? Bryce, how are you doing? You were straight in the chat, like straight away. Insta. How are you doing? Andrew as well. Hey, I hope the rest of your day goes well. Morton, with another Mage hate video again. Mage performs terrible in raid and PvP right now. Keep that in mind. I would never make anti-Mage. Actually, yeah, I would. I mean, I'm in a Warlock. It's like a moral obligation to, you know, ensure that, you know, Mages are in their place. They might be bad now, but the important thing to remember is they could be worse. Exactly. Give us phase 2. We know when it is. February 8th. Yeah, a little far off. It's a little far off, isn't it? But we're getting there. Twitch as well. Vigo, how are you doing? Aviato, happy Friday. Obi, how you doing? And Simplo, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Bronlock, hello, bruv, hello. I need to get the add-on thing. Like, holy crap, I'm actually so lazy with it. I need to set up the commands properly. I see your name and I'm like, oh, it's the guy that did the add-on thing. I'll do it soon, okay? Definitely, totally soon. How many 25s have I got? They are all on this server right now. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have the Mage and a Warrior. I've been playing Warrior a bit off stream, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to play it too much on stream, because leveling Warrior is just kind of like leveling Warrior. There's nothing different about it. You just run up and hit stuff, and then it hits you back and you die. Yo, and Simple Learning as well. Thanks for the Prime. Comes straight in, drops the Prime. What an absolute legend. Thank you very much. No worries. Yeah, I'll get it done soon. Soon enough. Blasphemy, yo, what up, what up? Make your Discord for your peeps. I've thought about it in the past, but I don't know how active I'd be in there, really. I think if I was, like, trying to have, like, sort of guild stuff and I stream more often, it'd make sense to do. But as things are at the moment, probably just chat when we stream, to be honest. Do that. Need Mages to provide Scorch next phase. This is true, Eric. Actually, big true, yeah. Big true. Love to see the healing, the healing Mage right now. Well, we're going to be doing a bit of healing to ourselves while we're leveling, because the, oh, this class is real good at AoE stuff. Let me tell you what. It might not be the best in other areas, but the whole AoE leveling stuff is absolutely incredible. It is super, super powerful. We're on Twitch, long time follow on YouTube. Yo, thank you again. I've only been doing the streaming thing, really, since Season of Discovery came out. Which, surprisingly, is, damn, that's like, it's coming up to 7 weeks now, isn't it? Yeah, it'll be 7 weeks soon enough. And we still have to wait until, wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've got 3 more resets before phase 2. It's kind of long, isn't it? I don't know about you guys, but I could have done with 1 or 2 less resets before phase 2. Give you insight on what people like to see from YouTube videos and stuff. This is true. I mean, sometimes I get ideas off stream or just from reading stuff online as well. But I tend to have ideas. It's always something which, you know, crops up now and again is when I'm making videos. It's typically this game isn't actively updated, so I've had to like try and find stuff to make videos about. Whereas like if YouTubers cover retail World of Warcraft, for instance, there's this constant influx of information. So if anything, Season of Discovery is a bit easier to make content for than Wrath or TBC or any other version of WoW's been, because there is actually new stuff happening which you know, I can make videos about and talk about. So that's pretty cool. Offline a bit. I did do a little bit offline. I kind of want to get regeneration, and then I had to stop myself playing it because I was like, this is too much fun and I want to save it for stream. But I may be a little bit ahead of you. I'm still using the wand though, the arcane wand. Scales with healing and stuff. Oh, you did up both the Discords. Ah. I have to keep that in mind. Write that down. I shall write that down. And definitely, yeah, definitely take a look at it, or at least think about it, because, you know, it's never a bad thing, is it? Ascension has more content than Blizzard's. Who's that guy that does Ascension? The touring guy? I forget his name. I've had his videos pop up. He has some different build every other day. Warcraft Reloaded too? Ah, yeah. Yeah, I know them. Bob. But before we start with the leveling, there was a big bit of news, actually, not so long ago, which no doubt you guys have probably seen, but I just thought I'd bring it up real quick and we'll have a, you know, a brief chat about it before we start. And that is in regards to Gnomeregan. So, two things, really. First of all, it's going to be a 10-player raid. McDoubles, that's the guy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he has so many videos. Gnomeregan is confirmed to be a 10-player raid. According to Agrend, he had already said that it was going to be a 10-player raid, but apparently nobody had caught on to that. But now he's basically confirmed it. Hey, Palm. Yo, welcome. Leveling an Undead Mage too? Hey, enjoy. They're pretty strong. Make sure you get Regeneration and Living Flame. They change everything. So not only is Gnomeregan a 10-player raid, which I kind of expected for these level-up raids, what you want to call them, but the other big thing is they're considering delaying the raid until 1 week after the patch hits. So the patch would open on February 8th, and the raid will become available on February 15th. So what do we reckon? Because I had a look over this, and the replies and stuff, and people seem to generally be in favor of delaying it instead of just releasing it when it comes out. Living Bomb. Yeah, I need to get Living Bomb too, actually. You made an interesting comment on X last night. I still can't get used to calling it X, it's weird. We did call them level up raids for a reason. Yeah, I saw that too. I wonder if maybe they're going to remove the lockout and you'll be able to run BFD a few times and it'll give crazy XP or something. So I'm assuming they've made all these changes to BFD. They're going to want to keep it relevant past 25, aren't they? And this whole delaying stuff for a week is, like, they've been doing this for a while in retail, you know. They did it at the start of Wrath, if you played Wrath. They put a 1 week gap between Wrath of the Lich King coming out and Eye of Eternity, South Arinsler, and Nax 1025 coming out. And on retail, they've been doing this since, I want to say Legion. When Legion was the first raid to have its Emerald Nightmare was the first proper Mythic tier. Obviously they had Mythic in no, that was WoD, wasn't it? Ignore me. But yeah, anyway, I think they've been doing this since Legion, where they have some kind of delay between the expansion or the content coming out and the raid actually happening and opening up. I don't mind it that much. I mean, I kind of want to get all the runes and maybe even have worked a little bit on an alt before I head into the raid. Like, the only thing we're going to miss out on realistically is a week worth of gear, which, I mean, it's nice getting the epic items and stuff, but we don't know what's going to be dropping in there. There could be new crafted gear. The runes could be a lot harder to find. It could be all kinds of different things. Need to up the sizes? Yeah, they kind of do at some point. If they are planning to keep 40 at level 60, going from level 10 content, which we could have been playing for a good 6 months, you know, before we get to 60, maybe more than that. Certainly more than that at this rate, by the way. Then, yeah, it's going to be quite the jump. You'll have all these casual 10-player groups, and then suddenly it's like, okay, increase the raid size by 4 times. Yo, Justin, I'm good. How are you? You enjoyed it during Wrath? Me too. Me too. I didn't. I just took the chill leveling path instead of like dungeon grinding for hours and hours, which is what I did in TBC. because I wanted to get in as soon as possible to the raids and do my attunements and all that stuff. Whereas in Wrath, I didn't even play much on the launch evening. I just hopped on, got some footage of everyone like rushing around on the boats and stuff and in the starter zones. And it got to like, I think it came at 11 PM my time. It got to about 2 or 3 AM and I was like, okay, I'm going to bed. I'll play this tomorrow. I was also casting the Race to World First to level 80 as well. I think the mobs are going to scale with your level, but the items will be the same, which is fine because the BFD items are super good comparable to all level 40 items in Phase 2. That's a pretty interesting idea. I think people would hate mob scaling though in this game. People tend to be very adverse to mob scaling. When they get more powerful, they want to feel more powerful compared to old content. So I'm not sure they'll do that. It's interesting though, because the BFD gear is crazy good. They aren't scaling mobs to your level. No. That's very retail. They're not going to do it in Classic. No, I kind of agree. Wait, it keeps the content relevant, and I think they do want to keep it relevant in some way, right? So they put all this work into BFD, they've reworked the loot tables, they've done new bosses, and I think it's a great, short, easy raid, you know? It's fine, but at the same time, if it's got a shelf life of about 2.5 months, then I don't know. I guess that's how things went in future expansions, right? Typically in Classic, though, the older raids do remain relevant. Like, you'd still be running Molten Core for that one guy who couldn't get his second binding when you're in Nax, wouldn't you? How much you enjoyed doing that, that's something different, but it made you go back there, didn't it? Same with DFT and BWL. Molten Core? I mean, just what I mentioned there. Maybe some people want to get their Benediction. They want to do the Leaf quest line. There's not too many reasons, but it did fall off as the expansion went on. TBC 60 or 70 was the most boring instance grind. I remember the slave pens. I remember them all too well. I think we did 60 to 62 in, the first dungeon. Hellfire Ramparts. I went to the pens, and we were in the pens for hours and hours. We were there all night. All night. We went to bed, got a few hours sleep, got up, back in the pens. I only did that on one character, though. I'm not doing that on 2. I should buff mobs. The leveling's too easy. You play a hunter by chance? Per chance. Because they have buffed the mobs. They have. It is easier, though. Yeah, I agree with that. No, Sparkly, thanks. Yeah, I've not exactly streamed the most days throughout the week, but you know, I do Tuesday, I do Friday, and I've been consistent about that, so I have been enjoying it. Imagine if they release both SN and Noma next phase. SN would be such a curveball if they put it out after having kind of not mentioned anything about it. They showed that one slide at BlizzCon, which you're probably thinking about, and I remember that. You play Mage, Paladin, Warrior. Oh, fair enough. Okay, it's easy enough for most classes. It definitely is different. It's all reuse models and stuff, I suppose, but who knows how big their team is. I get the impression they've got a pretty small team on Classic, and I saw there was some hiring posts pre-season of Discovery coming out. I think now they've seen how many people are playing SOD. I might be jumping the gun, but I kind of feel as though we're going to get more seasonal stuff in the future, because these servers are doing crazy well. Last time we looked at the overall pop on Ironforge.pro, it's 375k. I think that was last week, maybe it was last Tuesday. Now it's 472,000 active raiding characters, which is even throughout Classic as its entire history, which we're looking at here in terms of active raiding characters, it doesn't jump above that number often. It went above that number one time in Classic. TBC never beat that. And it's beat that in Wrath here, which was Nax, and Ulduar, which was here, and then TOGC. BFD had to be the easiest raid. We don't know what the other ones look like. Maybe. Maybe. Late to the party, welcome, welcome. They're delaying the raid. We don't know for sure, but I think that's what they're getting at, yeah. I think they're gonna do that. Keep on top of layers. The thing about layers is, and whenever a certain zone is so overpopulated, they need to create a new layer. That affects the entire world. So if you're in a zone which doesn't have a huge concentration of players, having more layers is going to make it feel kind of dead. It's unlike sharding in retail. The difference with sharding is sharding can affect a singular zone, whereas layering is spinning up an entire new layer for the realm as a whole. So there'll be a new layer in Goldshire, there'll be a new layer in STV, there'll be a new layer in Winterspring. Whereas with sharding, if it was just Ashenvale getting overpopulated, there'll become new shards for Ashenvale. But that's the solution we've gone with so far, eh? Yeah. So that's why certain zones can feel kind of dead. Blizzworker said on Twitter they'll delay. Pretty much confirmed. I didn't see him saying they were... It was like for certain. The last I saw was he said, we appreciate your feedback and stuff. We'll think about it. Let's see. So big thanks to everyone, all 2,000 of you who gave thoughts and opinions on raid release. Lots to chew on with this and we're still discussing it. There are a few really great out-of-the-box ideas that popped up in my feed that's a great food for thought, which is awesome. Thanks again, I'm hoping we can get some extra info out on this and other Phase 2 content very soon on official channels. So that's the latest I've heard, which is kind of just, you know, thanks for chiming in. We'll see what you end up getting, pretty much. Yo, Son, thank you so much. It's so kind. I hope you have a good weekend too. They said nothing about how STV is going to work. All they said is it's going to be very different from Ashenvale, which I'm happy about personally. Because I kind of want... I wanted Ashenvale to be a bit, you know, about PvP, and it ended up not really being about PvP. But, you know, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it is a bit different. I'm expecting it to be an absolute fiesta on PvP servers, though. You're probably going to be sitting there with 10 layers. I think what people are going to do is try and figure out, like, alliance layers and horde layers, and then you're going to have the sharks in between, right? The people who actually want to do well PvP. Like, hunting people out and finding which layer they should go on. The elite one looked more like Tyr's Hand than Scarlet Monastery. Maybe. I don't remember. I just remember seeing it and thinking, that looks like Scarlet Monastery to me, but it could be. How do I feel about the level up raids? So far, BFD's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed BFD a lot. In terms of us potentially leveling up in the raids, I mean, sure, I guess. We'll see what they do. I think we're going to get some pretty big news soon, because, I mean, they don't have long, do they? Next phase is here, so the latest we'd start hearing news would realistically be about here. Ashenvale could be better at 60 with epic mounts. I don't know, that just sounds like a faster way to get between the PvE objectives, if I'm honest. Yeah, I'm not sure. The thing is, you know the most recent Ashenvale update they made, where they put a set timer on it, where the battle will fire off every 2 hours, and then you're stuck at 99% on either side, but 2 hours hasn't gone by, so you're sat there waiting? That's what's happening, by the way. It's just like they've broken it again pre-patch. It's just been a fiesta, this whole Ashen Vale thing. So I was trying to get on recently to get the buff items on my main characters. And, wait. My character list is wrong. This should be my Warlock. I'm hovering over it. It's my Rogue. Huh? What the? My Warlock just got deleted for a second there. Weird. Anyway, I was standing there and the fight was at 99% on both sides and just nothing was happening. And it's not been the best, if I'm being nice about it. But you know, they keep iterating on it, they keep working on it. Two-hander you have on your Rogue there? Yeah, that's it's one of these dwarf rogues with a sand hat and a two-hander. So here we are in the Barrens. I'm just going to use rest XP because... Or should I? Yeah, you know what, we're gonna. Why not today? Easier for talking in a chat as well. Upholding alliance on the same realm? You can if you're on PvE, yes. If you're on PvP, you can't. Let's see how many things I can pull here. I'll give you a bit of a look about what Mage leveling is, how it goes down, basically. Wait, hello? Okay, I was out of range. No, I missed one. I don't have Blink yet, either. I'm gonna have to pull only 4 things. Okay, so we do that. Regeneration, Living Flame. Seems pretty balanced to me. Okay, so let's see how many things we can pull. Pretty much just play entirely around Living Flame. And regeneration, do nothing, just stand there and everything dies. So yeah, this class is something else for leveling. You do need Living Flame though, like this Living Flame. When I get Living Bomb as well, it'll be even better. It pretty much just depends entirely on how many things you can pull at once. We'll get you. You know what? Mr. Kodo, you can come in as well. And then use that. The only thing you have to do is make sure they're actually standing on the Living Flame. And for me right now, there's actually no point casting other abilities. It'd just be a waste of mana. I'm not losing health. Everything's dying. Okay, yeah, we missed 1 or 2 there. There we go. Ice Lance being useful for once. And we need the Harpies now. I think they'll be a bit trickier to do this with. Living Bomb's a bit of a mana sink, is it? I need to get that one still. Let's see, what do these guys do? So rogues, so they'll slowing poison and backstab, it looks like. What server? I'm on Wild Growth EU. So Curse of Mending, that's fine, I don't mind Curse of Mending. I just don't want to pull casters in, because they'll mess me up. Living Flame. And yeah, we just face tank. Not doing anything here, just straight up face tanking this many mobs. How did they make this class more overpowered for leveling and AoEing? I have no idea. Seems pretty good. I did buy some gear off the auction house, by the way, so when I was doing this on last stream, I just had a bunch of like random crap that I found questing, so I think you just want to buy stuff with of the Eagle on. Spirit doesn't seem very useful, you just want a decent mana bar, decent health bar so you can face tank a bit. Alright, on Arcane? Nah, so I've just got the hit points here, because Living Flame resisting is a disaster. So I put some there because I don't always have the world buff, and then I just had some in Fireball. And I'll probably just go Ignite. And yeah, that's all I've got at the moment. What other classes beside Mage do you need to do? I need to do Warrior and Priest. I have started my Warrior. They're level 19 or something. And then just Priest. And Priest seems pretty strong as well. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. Be nice when I get Blink and CS for doing this as well. Ooh. Get that one and this one. Regeneration, Living Flame. Just back up, make sure they're all in it. Having some kind of add-ons, you can see the buff above their heads. Actually pretty useful here. I've just got a weak aura called debuff on nameplates. Just so you know they're in the Living Flame. Because if they're not in the Living Flame, then you're not healing and they're not taking damage, so it'd be a disaster. Solar Ragefire Chasm. I don't know about that. I am only level 16. I think you need some, like, fairly decent gear to be doing that. Careful with the raptors. Oh, the, I know the ones you mean, the ones that do the thrash thing. Thrash is really nasty. I'll probably try face tanking them for a bit, but yeah. If a few of them thrash you at the same time, you can just die. Look at me having to cast these normal spells. It's actually using my mana. Can you imagine? There's a few people over here as well. Priest is fun. I'm looking forward to Priest. I do enjoy Priest leveling. I always find they're super efficient. As for race, I think it should be a Horde one again, because I'm a bit heavy on Alliance at the moment. How many can I pull? The thing of, the more things I pull, the stronger doing this gets as well. Might need health pot here. I'm just going to health pot for safety. Just in case I got backstabbed or something. Ensure they're all standing in the... There's one then, two not standing in the fire, that's not good. Just gone Nova, so they're stuck in the fire again. And one left over. But yeah, you definitely can't do this on any other class. And I'm missing Living Bomb, and Living Bomb's meant to make this quite a bit better. And the same server has the Horde population. It seems fine as well. It's definitely less than Alliance. But I haven't raided yet. I've just mainly been focusing on leveling characters, but if you want to find groups for stuff, it's generally seemed okay. And also if you do want to play on a PvE server, this is... You kind of don't have a choice. So yeah, there's that too. Let's just get them lined up. Really? Should have Arcane Explosioned one time to get that one in. This is on EU. Nice, we need one more Talon. It's going pretty fast. Guess that's what happens when you can just pull for like half a dozen things at once and AoE them. If you're playing a Living Flame, I could help you get the rune. It's okay. I'll get it when I get it. And no Talon. These are what I want to be avoiding. These wing callers, they have a... It's like an 8-second stun, I think. They have a Wild Growth EU. This is why I need to do the commands. I'll do it one day, I swear. That. The Living Flame. So when people are boosting dungeons, they found like spots where they don't need to like shimmy around to get things stacked up. They'll just do it by themselves. There we go, and as they start to run, you just Nova, so they're stuck. And all four of them... Oh wait, no, one of them did drop them. Okay, onto the Raptors. Nice. Level 11 doing the same thing. Damn, you got regeneration early then, or...? Because before regeneration, you could kill everything with Living Flame, but you couldn't face tank. Base tanking would be really dangerous. So Mage last stream. Last stream was also the Mage. Started Mage last stream. Got to about level 10 or 12 maybe? Two accounts? Ah, that'll help. Yeah, I see. It is nice though when you can kind of boost your alts and get them one of the runes super early on. They do make such a huge difference. I wish I had Blink though. Having Blink would be so good. Always feel like you're missing Blink whenever you don't have it on Mage. Okay, Mr. Vendor guy.
Blood and thunder.
Have a very nice Zug day. Try to sell here. That's that. Oh, those are the conjured food. Yep, that looks about good. So yeah, before next phase, got this class, and then the warrior and the priest to do. And I guess when I've done them all, I don't know whether Blizzard are gonna encrypt the runes or whether they're gonna allow us to data mine them. Obviously, if they don't encrypt the runes, then Wowhead's gonna have everything up in advance. And I kind of want to find out what the runes are when the patch comes out. But it is pretty much entirely reliant on whether Blizzard actually stop us from finding out what they are in advance. And they didn't do that with any of the runes in Phase 1. So I'm not sure whether they'll do it this time around. Saying that, I would like if we could just find out what all the runes are when the phase comes out. I think that'd be kind of interesting. So not only do we have to discover them, we get to find out what the runes are as well. It won't take long for everyone to discover everything, like. Small fairy paws. Oh, for the, what you call it? The Dark Moon bag. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I think they weren't too expensive on Alliance, but maybe Board has a bit of a different experience when it comes to, you know, selling stuff and that. Oh, I don't have any other runes instead of Ice Lance here. Or Living Flame. I've got all of the chest runes, I think. That's weird how that works out. You can have everything here and pretty much nothing in the other ones, and it's fine. So I remember this quest, you click stuff here and it spawns like loads of guys, right? Okay, that's a daze. Just gonna do a bit of arcane explosion as well. The speed everything dies when you actually use both your abilities. Holy. Actual classic WoW Mage moment right there. Just put healing on yourself, pop Living Flame. Yeah, that's it. You don't even need to let the heal tick. I literally just tap it. Like that. Just tap the button. As long as it has Temporal Beacon, it's going to convert your arcane damage done into healing. And that's it. And you press Living Flame. You make sure everything's stacked up. And then you just sit there and you're invincible. It's crazy we should nerf hunters. Finally, some reasonable comment. The fuel control valve. This one? I think when you click these, they spawn more, right? There we go. There we go. Tap that. Living Flame. And, yeah, I actually don't need to do anything else. You just out-heal everything. I've got Frost Nova, though, because I'll run in fear. Oh, my Frost Nova's not up. That's the only annoying bit when they run in fear. So you just want to keep them stacked up as much as you can. And we'll shut off this. And that's probably gonna spawn one more guy. Nice. That's cooldown coming up in 16 seconds. See what we can get here. That should break on all of them. Then they all get in a living flame. Ooh, that was a bit of damage. No. Didn't have another arcane explosion to send off. Do I have any mana regeneration stuff? Mana pots? Nope. Don't have evocation yet. Now we'll just do this. I read somewhere about paladins possibly getting a rune called Path of Arthas, increasing all physical damage done and reducing healing done by a certain amount. Might be going towards a Warcraft Frozen Throned Arthas type paladin, half DK, half paladin type thing. That would be interesting. I remember seeing that when they early phases of Season of Discovery, there was a rune like that was data mined. I don't know whether they're actually going to go ahead and do it though, and that could have just been one of those things that they sort of put out at an early stage to test things, but it never ended up actually being real. It'd be interesting though. Hello, Monkey Boy. Welcome, welcome. Nice. I feel like I'm gonna overpull at some point and just like get one shot by everything. Even though this whole healing build is absolutely insane for leveling, you are still a mage when you're super squishy. I don't even have mana barrier yet, I don't think. Do I? Nope. And when you get Amplify Magic, can't you just use that on yourself if you're farming melee mobs and it makes you heal more? Yo, what? Yeah, I've got to go for this. There's just so many of them. Look at this mob density. Can't say no to that. Okay, one more. Okay, an explosion. We need to back off there a little bit early. Do another arcane explosion just so nothing resets there. Actually, a health pot in advance just to be safe, actually. Probably didn't need to health pot. I had a lot of healing coming. Make sure everything's standing in the fire. Not bad. You can use the living flame to soul the Makora rune. Yeah, actually, when we were doing that, I think we're able to do that. And there was one mage waiting there for ages. Get rid of some stuff. Get rid of those. Dude, the mob density. I just have to go for it. Class, have you enjoyed leveling so far the most? Yeah, Mage by a lot. It's actually crazy how it's the best AoE leveling class in the game. They do Season of Discovery, and somehow they make it even better. Not like just a little bit better either, like better by an incredibly large amount. Like, can you imagine playing a mage and you physically don't you press 2 buttons and everything just dies and you don't even have to kite? You literally just face tank stuff. And you end the fight after face tanking like 5 or 6 mobs the same level as you, with nearly full health and nearly full mana. It's like, damn, this class is OP. At least for leveling. I'm sure they're not as insane at everything. I know in PvP they kind of struggle at the moment. I thought they'd be decent at 25, but turns out they're too squishy. Hero class? It really is. And by level 40 as well, with Fire Spec, I think they're going to be good. Like, really good. So there's a lot of very strong fire talents. So they should be picking up performance-wise either way. What runes I have? Regeneration. So it's just the healing one.